Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risk their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds or Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahushua, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is about the terrible times that are coming, Jacob's trouble. Alright, today's Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025, and since the beginning of this week, I've been seeing a lot of videos, information come out regarding the whole deportation situation that our people are facing, from the Latinos who are of the northern tribe to now the so-called Negroes, right, which is the Southern Kingdom, all right, and how they're being affected. Okay, I'm seeing all kinds of things. I'm watching brothers' videos of the situation at hand that regarding how our people are being treated and what they're going through. And I heard some information before, during these past months regarding the deportations regarding the Northern Kingdom Israelites and the situation that they've been facing with the places that they're containing them. I don't even know what to really call them. All right, probably low-key detention camps, okay, where you have our people that aren't being treated well. They're they're treated like the scourge of the earth. They're treated like criminals. And then there are even individuals coming out talking about how some of our people are perishing while in these holding centers / detention centers, right? So that kind of situation, been hearing about it. But now the recent thing is that, and then I heard as well sometime during these past months, the situation with the Jamaicans and that they're going to deport the Jamaicans. So then, it came to notice that, they're starting to not only affect Northern Kingdom, but now they're affecting Southern Kingdom, which is the same kind of thing that they did before. All right. 1492 starting with targeting the Northern Kingdom, then 1619, the Southern Kingdom, okay, of the nation of Israel. And so now it came up with the whole deportation of 500,000 plus Haitians, so-called, which is a tribe of Levi. And I saw a video of the ICE people out there, the police out there in like these neighborhoods where Jake dwells, and they're like out there snatching up the people, and the people are fighting back. And I'm just witnessing all kinds of different situations regarding it. And this is becoming something at the forefront for a reason. Yahweh Shemisha is doing this for a reason. All right. It speaks to the time that is coming, which the scriptures talk about it in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So Jacob's trouble, man, time of trouble upon the nation of Israel, us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the devil is in rulership, which is the so-called white man, or the Edomites, and they hate us. They hate us with a burning passion. They have a perpetual hatred against us, and everything that they've done is to destroy us and to uplift themselves, but really to destroy us, okay? And we're heading into those days where it's going to become much worse. So this video right here, it says it only gets worse, posted from the brother, the Hopefully Elect 3. The brother posts a lot of very helpful videos that help to spark the spirit regarding and the videos he posts are regarding current situations, current events, and so it only gets worse. So this individual, he talks about some of the recent situations, which all of it, lots of it, I'm just like even seeing today. I'm seeing brothers' videos, I'm watching the parts of the videos and stuff, and like I'm not on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the information they're posting it on like TikTok and stuff, because I guess maybe TikTok is less regulated or something. But a lot of these videos are out there on TikTok, right? Um, so I've seen them come out from there. But anyway, let's take a quick listen.
We are creating concentration camps in different states throughout this country. We are shackling people in chains and putting them in military cargo planes. We have people who are showing up unalive on shores, shackled in just various parts of the world. We have armed people in regular clothes and masks that just simply have ICE agents kind of stamped on their military paraphernalia, literally just snatching people left and right. No paperwork, no nothing, just literally apprehending people and shuffling them away. And we have people dying in federal custody. We have the legislative branch acting like they are completely oblivious to anything that the executive branch chooses to do. We have a piece of legislation that for God's sake, it's called the Big Beautiful Bill. And that bill is nothing but death on paper. It's just death on paper. I just heard that the President of the United States is now launching a perfume, 45 and 47. The Supreme Court is undermining the U.S. Constitution at every single step, enabling the executive, the Article 2 power of the United States. The executive branch is able to go against schools, against private entities, against law firms, against any organization that they just choose to want to go against is now open game. You have an absolutely rogue DOJ. You have an absolutely rogue executive. We have an absolutely rogue Congress. We have a president who is acting on behalf of another nation and attacking a different nation with U.S. military force. I don't even know how to end this, because if
the situation at hand is that, if you don't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, then you're going to be left confounded by all of this that you see happening around you. Like this individual, he appears confused because, he don't believe in this truth, because he wouldn't be speaking like this if he believed in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he's speaking, I can tell the spirit is like of this world, where he's talking about we and what they're doing, and like, oh, this is a situation that whatever, but like he in the world, all right? Because if you're not in the world, you see you see it for what it is, all right? Esau, Edom is the so-called white man. They're the devil. The Bible speaks of this is their rulership. They're in their last bit of rulership as well. It's coming to an end, and at the end of their rulership, we're going to be seeing many of the prophecies of Yahweh Shai come to pass. And at the end of their rulership, they're also going to be acting out in a very violent way. All right. The scriptures say in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So the devil here is referring to the so-called white man. Okay, and he's going to be coming with great wrath because he knows that he has a short time. His time is coming to an end. His rulership is coming to an end. So he's going to do his big one. You know what I'm saying? Which is his New World Order. And he's going to be establishing order out of chaos. That's a part of their motto. All right, they're going to be bringing all kinds of chaos and hell to the world. They're going to bring about famine and bioengineered weapons and all sorts of different types of things they're going to be doing to establish their NWO, which also includes calling the population. All right, so that is coming speedily. Right now, the situation that's going on, our people are suffering. It is what it is. We're suffering under the curses, and those that don't believe in Yahweh Shemishai are going to get caught up out there with the judgments of the Lord. This is the warning from Yahweh Shemishai to repent unto you Israelites, man. Okay, it's not about what or the so-called white man is doing, or what Trump is doing, or what the American government is doing, or none of that. None of that. It's all about what you're doing and your um relationship with Yahweh Shemishai. Are you first of all repenting? Do you repent? All right. Do you have a contrite heart and a broken spirit? All right. This is what is most important right now: faith in Yahweh Shemishai, because regardless of everything else that is going on in the world, when it is that these things are happening, once you have the protection from the Lord, which is that thawa, that mark spoken about in Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, you're good. So it doesn't matter what any of these other entities are doing around you. All right, you don't have to worry. Okay, but we do know that with the situation at hand, the world is going to be going through a phase of extreme and terrible chaos, right? And it only gets worse. You see all these situations that the individual he's talking about, these are situations, and yeah, you look at the world and okay, yeah, cool, but the fact of the matter is that the way that Esau Edom is treating us is how they're supposed to be treating us, right? So wisdom of the scriptures, knowledge of the scriptures would allow you to see that. What they do to us is how they're programmed to be that way. Okay, and things are just going to become much worse. They're going to be coming for the children of Israel in the most violent way in these next couple of days, months, years, however it is, are heading towards the salvation. All right, and then with this microchip, which is the mark of the beast, they're going to be bringing a lot of hell and chaos to this world to bring it out. Okay, so the situation at hand, this devil really is going to be coming for us too as well. All right, and he has started. Okay, these are the beginning stages, and Yahushua said that we'll see certain things, and these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're in this period of time where we're seeing these things: rumors of wars, nation rising against nation, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilence coming about, and then Yahushua mentioned the famine as well, which the famine isn't prevalent around the world. So look out for that, because that's a part of the things that are going to be happening around the world that are. And then Yahushua says these are the beginning of sorrows, which means we're going to be going into some extraordinarily terrible times. The prophet Ezra saw it in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. All right, but this devil, he's making his move, and it's going to become far more extreme than what we're seeing right now, because he's talking about, I saw something about deportation, death flights, or something like that, and I guess this what he's talking about is included in it, because I saw some video about the air transportation that they're using. It's like basically prone to collapsing, and then they're saying they're finding the shackled bodies and all these kinds of things. So they don't have no care about, they're just deporting our people, but then they're also high key, not even low key, but high key murdering our people as well, with this entire situation. And who knows what else is going on with that entire situation, because this is the devil, the so-called white man. They're the wicked. They work on the left-hand side. All right, so things are even more sinister than the information that we're even seeing, I'm sure. All right, I'm sure about that. But the situation at hand is that things are going to be escalating to a certain point, and it's going to be that point where it's called Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble isn't only for the Israelites. All right, the Lord mentions Jacob's trouble because the Lord only cares about the Israelites. Jacob's trouble is a time of trouble like never before upon us as a nation. But when that time is happening, everybody's going to be affected. The heathen, in the areas and whatever else, they're going to be affected too. All right, there's going to be a lot of collateral damage. Okay, so Jacob's trouble is really everyone's trouble. But as I said, the Lord is only concerned about us. But we know what's coming, man. Persecution. Revelation 2 verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you, the devil referring to the so-called white man, shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So this is coming, man. Things are going to get much worse. All right. Eventually, they're going to be targeting the prophets of Yahweh Shemishai. They're going to be running, and all those that believe as well, which is the elect. They're going to be running their hate campaign via their media and all of that, and they show you how quickly they can turn the world against you in the television show American Gods. I believe it was probably their last season or maybe second to last, where they showed you that their quote unquote god of I think it was media or something like that. Um, she instantly flipped the switch and turned the entire world against some individuals just like that, because it was spread on all the social media and it was being reported like clockwork on all of the news channels and everything, which the elite of Esau Edom control that. They control the media. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, so they're going to be doing their hate campaign, and it's going to work very effectively because the people are against Yahweh Shemishad as such against us. And, they're going to seek to destroy us and all these kinds of things. We're going to be sold out by those that we love. All kinds of things are going to be happening. All right, but it is what it is. And then we know that this time is coming in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Okay. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. I'll start at 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So the same way right now that they're going for the people, the ICE agents, which, are more than just ICE agents. They're also military individuals with just the ICE sticker slapped onto their uniform. They're going to be doing the same thing. The videos that I saw, they dragging they dragging Jake and all these kinds of things, handling our people very violently or whatever else. It's going to become on a much higher level. All right. They're going to be coming in guns blazing, as it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, so it's the same thing, I don't know if necessarily people's houses are being barged into right now from the ICE and stuff like that, but these times are coming in a very major way and in a very more violent way, because as it says, man, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So so some of them may even have the order to just attack on sight. You know what I'm saying? Just seeking to destroy. Verse 73, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And this is the message, man. All right, because the Lord's chosen are those that believe. Okay, and this is the only way to be able to escape all of these things that are coming, man, is the protection of Yahweh Shemishai, And if you don't have faith in the Lord, then, you're through. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So there it is. The days of trouble are at hand. Jacob's trouble. The ICE thing, which is going to escalate to a very terrible level. And we've seen how easy it is for them to militarize the National Guard and the military, which is or to move them into certain locations, which then it makes me wonder, is it easy to actually move them to these locations so quickly? You know what I'm saying? Or was it all just pre-planned? Because I'm thinking about like those protests that were happening in America and how quickly they were able to move the National Guard and the military to various places around America to be ready for whatever situation. I'm like, they can really move that quickly? Or was it actually truly pre-planned? You know what I'm saying? But who knows, right? Regardless of it, anything that is being done accelerates towards Bible, the manifestation of Bible prophecy, right? We must see these things happen. We must see our people be affected negatively. We must see the persecution of our people. We must see all of these kinds of things, because it is what's going to happen to the 2/3 and to the unbelieving Israelites. All right, they're the ones that are going to be caught up out there regarding the judgments of Yahweh Shemishai. So those of them that are on these deportation death flights and they're shackled and then they're perishing on it and all these kinds of things, that is simply the judgment from Yahweh Shemishai, and it is just. All right, but the message is clear overall: repent. All right, and terrible times are ahead. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, by Shemakah Kodesh. Shalom.